Hello, this is ClopOp321, and this is tutorial 010 or 10, and in binary that would be 2. Now, today we're going to work on kind of recapping everything from the last 5 tutorials and some of the before. And I'm also going to be introducing one function to help us today. So, first of all, let's establish the point of this file here. And I'm going to say it's a shirt order form. Now I'm not actually going to go through the process of ordering it, but I'm going to go through the process of managing the data and confirming data. Now, first, we're going to establish the form, and like the past, we're going to say the action equals and then a question mark to refer back to this file. Then we're going to go to the method and change it to post. And then we're going to close it and do this. And I'm just going to copy this part and paste it after the PHP. Now, I'm going to put in an input, and it's going to be let's see here, type equals, and I'm going to make it hidden so that the viewer doesn't actually see it, and they can't change it unless they have some form of JavaScript utility that they can change the page with. However, that's not really relevant to this tutorial. Now, I can say the value equals 1, and I'm going to call it sub for so that we can reference to it when we check if they've actually submitted anything. It's pretty much just an easy way to do a pre-check, because they can't change it, so it's going to be the same thing if they do send it, and it will not be there if they do not send it. Now, let's first of all say let's make a nice input here, and we're going to say first we want the quantity of shirts, and how many shirts do you want? Now, before I do this, I'm going to go back up here and put in some more PHP, and we're going to establish our shirt sizes. Now, I'm going to make an array like I did in the past for our shirts. I'm going to say shirts and then the brackets, and then equals, and I'm going to say small, and then I'm going to copy this, paste it about 4 times or so, and change it to medium, large, extra large, and I'm going to take off this one here, and then I'm going to paste it again and say extra small, not mega small. Now, then I'm going to say that here, like I'm going to end it and then start PHP again, and I'm going to say here are your choices like last time, and I'm going to print the array again of shirts, but this time I'm going to make it so they only have to type in the letter, they don't have to type in an ID. This is just a quick way to put out the list for this tutorial. In the future I'll show you how to do a custom list. And now it's going to say that they have a list of these sizes, and I'm going to put in here this input for the quantity first. I'm going to say text, and I'm going to change the size so it's not that wide. I'm going to say it's about 5 characters wide maybe. I think that's what it's for. Now, and the last thing it is, I'm going to name it to font and end it there. Then a break, and then say what shirt size do you want? And then I'm going to do another input, and the same thing with the type equals text. It's not a password and it's not a button. So, and I'm going to change the size to about the same thing because it's not that big. Then I'm going to name it to size, and end it right there. Now I'm going to add another thing, which is color. What color do you want? I'm going to say up to you. And say inputs type equals, and then I'm going to say text size equals 20, and the name is going to be color. And I'm going to do that. Now, for the future, I'm going to put in value, like for future use, I'm going to put in these. So I can show you how to preserve form data, like kind of like I did last time. Now, down here with the PHP again, I'm going to process it. I'm going to say, but first I'm going to make a couple breaks here so that when we do process it, we'll show it to the user a little space away from the form. Now, and I'll just put this up here, and I'm going to put the submit button in here. Type equals submit, and you can actually name a submit button instead of submit query to like if you say value and set it to order. I don't know why my thing did that, and do that. Now, what we can do is process it, and first we're going to say if I'm going to say $_request and say sub, and I'm going to convert it to an integer, and I'm just going to leave it as that. Now, as you recall earlier, when I say this int right here and it's not a number or doesn't exist, it defaults to 0. And since I have it set to 1, word in binary pretty much means true, it's going to process within this if statement. So now I know that the user has submitted. We can process. Now, what do we want to do first? Well, let's calculate how many shirts they want. And I'm going to say quant equals, and I'm going to say int. I'm going to trim their input because I might accidentally put a space or two in there. And I'm going to say quant because that's what is up here. And I'm going to do that right there. And I'm going to say the size. And I'm just going to leave the size as a normal string. And I'm going to say pretty much the same thing with the trim here. But I'm going to also do str to upper because all the sizes are in uppercase. And I'm going to change this to size and do that. Now, we want to check something here is if the size is even within this array here. So we can say if is it in array? Well, here we go. Now we're going to say the size is the needle, and a haystack, which is an array, is going to be shirts. Then we can say that's good. Well, let's now if I put this exclamation point before it, it's going to flip it. So it's going to say if it is not in the array, then it will process within here. So I'm going to put this comment in here, not in the array, and I'm going to say echo, and then since they didn't say the size, I say you need to select a size from the above, not a number, but the size name, such as extra large for extra large, and put that in there, and then I'll put a BR or for break, and I'll put a new line in there and save. Now I'm going to go and view this here. Now as you can see, it shows this list that I showed up there, and I'm going to say I want 3 or 2 shirts, and I want extra large, which is not in this list, and I'm going to say silver, and then I'm going to order. And it says you need to select the size from above, not a number, but the size name. And so let's try this again. I want 3 shirts this time. I want extra small, and I want silver still. I want to order it. As you can see, it did not process that part, even though I did the same thing over again. It did not echo out this this line here. So the next thing I'm going to do is say the color, and I say the color equals, and I'm going to pretty much